he says to them, follow me. Let's take another look at this first individual. It says here that now as he walked by the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and Andrew his brother casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And Jesus said to them, come ye after me, and I will make you to become fishers of men. Here is this rabbi. He has come on the scene of these men's lives. They are going about their daily routines. You are going about your daily routine. And Jesus has come into your situation. He's coming, bringing you an opportunity.
Yes.
You don't know who he is because he hasn't spoken to you yet. But because of the power that's in his word, when he does speak to you, you will know. Jesus spoke to these two individuals.
Yes, he did.
He spoke to Simon and Andrew, his brother. They were not about doing nothing. They were busy doing something. They were casting their nets. They were fishermen. To catch fish, they had to cast their nets. They were doing their job. They were living their life. You too are living your life and casting your net. Maybe your life is going and teaching in school. The net that you cast is your educational requirements so that you can do your job. Maybe you are in the military and the net that you have cast is your physical training, that you might be able to perform the task at hand. Maybe you are a lawyer and the net that you have cast is this 9 to 10 years of your life given over to a special discipline. But whatever it is, you are about your life. You are carrying on doing what you think is right. It is devoid of the presence of God. But now out of some place unknown. Known to God, but unknown to you. Jesus steps forward and observes what you are doing.
Yes, he does.
He says, I am going to give you something. He comes up to you in your situation. And all he says to you is, follow me. You have been called by God before. You may not call it being called. But if Jesus has spoken to you, you were called. Some of you were called many, many years ago. The opportunity to create change in your life came when you wasn't looking for it. You were probably in one of these type of situations. You were probably in church with somebody who you knew. You were just acting like a little child, really not paying much attention to what the man or woman of God was saying. But your ears heard the opportunity that was offered. said, now is the time to come to God. And all of you just sat there and giggled and chuckled. You just laughed the opportunity right away. You also became a stumbling block to someone sitting with you. They acted like they wanted to get up and make a change in their life. You nudged them and said, I don't think you should do that. They weren't strong enough to fight off the devil then. So they just sat there too and missed that opportunity. Certainly, one of these two situations was you. It doesn't matter now because it's come around again. God interrupted your conversations sitting there on that pew. He gave you an opportunity to receive that which you did not know. Again, he has come to interrupt your life. You now say, I am too busy. I can't stop going where I need to go. I've got football games and all of that training. I must get it done. For me to do that, for me to let God in right now, means I would have to interrupt my training. Or maybe you are saying, for me to do that now, I have to stop going out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night. And I'm not ready to do that right now. You see, I'm too busy trying to find myself a husband or a wife. And I got to get myself all decked out and get in the clubs. I must present myself so that I can have an opportunity. But God is knocking with the greatest opportunity of all. He's come to interrupt your life pattern. But this is not a disruption. It has come to get rid of the corruption. Because you are still corrupted. And his interruption is an introduction to the new life that can only come through this opportunity. And you must hear and follow. You don't have the opportunity to think about it very long. When he finishes what he has to say, you need to get on up and get moving in the right way. Amen. Here we find these two men. They did not hesitate. They had a job that they were performing. But immediately they got up and they followed Jesus. They did not know what lied ahead. That's right. All they knew was that they were in obedience to the rabbi. Now we go on just a little bit further. Because I want you to remember now what they were doing. When Jesus came upon them, they were casting their nets to perform their job. But now Jesus is saying, I need you to cast your nets so that you can catch men. Surely this is extremely confusing. You don't have an idea at all what he's talking about. But here we find the seed of obedience that has been acted on without instructions. Immediately they follow Jesus. You are going to have to do some casting. Before you were casting everything that concerned your life. Now to cast away, Jesus wants you to cast. You got to do some cast offing. You got to cast off rebellion. You got to cast off disrespect. You got to cast off indignation. You got to cast off insubordination. You got to cast off self righteousness. You got to cast off lack of discipline. You got to cast off covetousness. You got to cast off hopelessness. You got to cast off fear. You got to cast off loneliness. You got to cast off everything that's unlike God. He doesn't want you casting these things on people. He wants you to cast him on people. When you become the fishers of men, what you're casting out is Jesus the Christ. Out of your life, he rises up. Not you and what you want anymore. But what Jesus wants is important. Out of your mouth comes his words. I cast them upon their situations. Speak truth now into their lives. In so doing, you now become fishers of men.